It's when there's work to be.
My old man taught me that duct tape could fix anything. I don't think he was talking about bullet holes.
You know
Sturgis, remember that
Since
holotape
we
with all
talked,
the Institute
I'm
data?
feeling swell.
I need it back.
Look
Oh, yeah?
at the two of us here in Sanctuary.
What have you got cooking?
Prepared for the future.
Does it matter why I need it?
Nah, of course not. Just me poking my nose into your business for no particular...
You know what I call a good day? One that ends without an empty
Sturgis,
stomach.
remember that holotape with all the Institute data? I need it back.
Oh, yeah? Why? What have you got cooking?
I was the one who risked my neck getting that data. So hand it over.
Hey, I was just curious.
Please, just... I need to be alone right now.
Sturgis, remember that holotape with all the Institute data? I need it back.
Oh, yeah? Why? What have you got cooking?
It doesn't matter why. I just need it for something.
Sure thing. I was just curious. Here you go. I've already made myself a copy.
I'm sure some of the others will question your appointment as our next director. Don't let it bother you.
Yes?
Sometimes I feel like people look at me for way too long. I don't like it.
Hi, Sean.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like a lot of work. Are you excited or scared?
You heard that, did you? From who?
Oh, I heard Dr. Higgs saying that you weren't qualified, and we'd all be lucky if we lived another 2 years. He's so funny sometimes.
You look like you're keeping busy. What's new?
The other day I talked to Quentin, and he didn't make fun of me at all. It was great.
Hi, Sean.
I heard you're gonna be in charge of the Institute someday. That sounds like a...
I'm excited, I guess.
Yeah, I think I would be too. Like, you can make Dr. Watson tell me all the secrets he's hiding. Or you could tell Quentin that he has to be nice to me from now on. That'd be neat.
Tell me some more about Father.
Father? He doesn't come to visit very much these days. And even when he does, he usually just talks to the other doctors.
Doctor.
You again. What do you want now? You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
You're the scientist. Why do you think I'm here?
Well, let's see. A Brotherhood of Steel airship arrives in the Commonwealth. You find a way to intercept our teleport signal, and now you show up at my door. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Lyons let me go, there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of the Brotherhood's reach and still be able to do my research. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
The Brotherhood is having problems, and we need your help.
I don't see how that's my problem. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the bio... I can give you a code. I'd tell you to be quiet. And finally...
Dr. Lee.
I thought I was clear.
Sometimes I feel like people look at me for way too long. I don't like it.
Dr. Lee.
Took you long enough to find that evidence. Let me see what you've got.
I'm afraid it's bad news.
Since when do you know? Just let me hear.
Uh-huh.
This is day 8 of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive but exhausting.
I'm gonna make sure the
I
whole
think we'll need a
program
break
is
after
shut
this.
down.
Vinay has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's
After that,
well, it's
I know
it's
what I'm
almost
about to
too
do will
good.
be seen as a betrayal.
The
Treason,
responses
he'll
map
probably
almost
call it.
identically to expectations. Some of the most
Believe me.
lifelike I've seen.
I have a plan. And
Of
if
course,
it works, I'll be somewhere
It's
safe.
not really
Somewhere
Sean.
not even the Corsairs
None of
can
his
find me.
memories are in there.
They
That even now would be
lied to me.
too far.
They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it
I
went.
know I've been caught up
All
in the
those
moment
years
once
of
or twice.
loyalty.
Just
for
a
nothing.
second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting.
Is this
the
enough to
lab
convince you?
More than enough.
If I were
I
slightly
came
more
to the
arrogant,
Institute
I
to
might
get away
consider
from the
surprised
Brotherhood,
off by his
from the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind. Maybe in their own twisted way they still do. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, then it's all pointless. If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
I really like reading. You can learn all sorts of things from books.
You believe synths are replacing humans with exact duplicates? Makes me sick.
Proctor Ingram, the Institute wants me to get something called a beryllium agitator from the ruins of mass fusion.
A beryllium agitator? I seem to remember reading an old technical document on those once, but I only thought they were theoretical. It must be pretty darn important if they're sending you to find one. You know, if we head over to mass fusion right now, we may be able to get the device before the Institute does. That's if you don't mind a little company, of course.
Another gun, another set of eyes. Seems like a no-brainer to me.
No way. You're staying here.
Hey, I might be walking around with metal rods shoved into my spine, but I can still take care of myself.
Forget it, Ingram. It's too dangerous.
Fine. Have it your way. I just hope you don't bring back a paperweight by mistake. Grab whatever gear you need and head up to the flight deck. But don't take too long. This could be your best chance at beating the Institute to the punch.
Proctor Ingram?
Hope you're geared up. Otherwise, this is gonna be a short trip. You need to get over to mass fusion as soon as you can. Hope you're geared up. Otherwise, this is gonna be a short trip. You need to get over to mass fusion as soon as you can.
hesitating to pull the trigger.
Station Epsilon. Halberd pilot, report to Station Epsilon. That is all.
Carry food with you or you'll end up eating some pretty questionable things to stay alive.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, I believe you still possess an important piece of data that Proctor Ingram is eagerly awaiting. I want you to bring it to her immediately. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Yeah!
Ingram?
You need to get over to Mass Fusion as soon as you can. Hope you're geared up, otherwise this is gonna be a short trip. You need to get over to Mass Fusion.
Put two in the head and they'll stay dead. Advice to live by.